there, friends. Welcome to Bronze Medal Moms. We aren't going for gold, we're going for bronze on the daily. I'm Amy.
And I'm Amanda, and we are here to remind you that you don't have to be perfect to show up, survive, and even thrive in motherhood.
All right, we're back. Hey, Amanda.
Hello, Miss Amy. It's time for our coffee talk. Are you actually drinking coffee? I'm drinking my gut health drink.
Ooh, that's a pretty tumbler. I like that purple.
It is. It's like eggplant and orange. I bought it for myself because it's a Stanley. I know y'all can't see it, but I bought myself a Stanley because Rue wanted a Stanley for Christmas, and I was like, absolutely not. Am I not buying myself one if you're having? So I even put them in the cart, and Chris was like, does Rue need 2 Stanleys? I go, no, I do. I was like, she can't have nicer things than her mother.
That's true. That's true. Well, I am kind of drinking coffee. It's a protein drink that's put some iced coffee in there. So.
Oh, look at you. That's fancy.
I know. Well, Starbucks now has jumped on the protein train.
I didn't know. I don't do Starbucks. I used to when I worked in visual retail. We would take like breaks at Starbucks, and I would get tea because I don't drink coffee.
Oh, you don't drink coffee?
I've never had coffee in my life.
I've
never tasted coffee.
Well, I think Starbucks has the worst coffee. It actually tastes burnt.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. I don't like it because I drink my coffee black. But when we get into crazy theater season and we're at the theater all the time, we do make a Starbucks run for like us and the production team. And I usually just get a cold brew. But they've now launched protein. So they have protein boosted milk. They have just protein. They have protein cold foam. So I went the other day and got a cold brew with a protein cold foam, which is like 15 grams of protein.
Is it good?
Well, that's the thing. I looked at the ingredients before I ever ordered it because most of the Starbucks stuff is crap. Like I know people
it's just full of sugar.
Or like even their coconut milk, when they came out with coconut milk, I got so excited. And then I went in one day and asked to see the carton. And I was like, ooh, gross. This is full of junk. It is crappy coconut milk. But I looked up their protein and it's literally just whey protein. Like there's no sucralose. There's no carrageenan. Like I was like, oh, I was kind of impressed. So we'll see.
You're like, well, look at you, Starbucks, taking a turn.
See.
Okay, I have to say, though, do you realize this is our 27th episode?
Look at us.
I know.
Oh my goodness. Listen, anyone can do a podcast because our listeners can't see it. You can, Amanda, for literally the first time.
Yeah.
I am in my office recording this podcast. Look, if you look, you can see my floor. You can see it's all organized. So my office before this had become the dumping ground so bad you could barely.
If you've been listening, you know what has been going down with Amy's office.
Yes, I normally record the podcast on the couch.
Yeah. No, you look so, I can see your floors.
I know. So nice. For my birthday, my husband asked what I wanted, and we kind of have a history of my love language used to be gift giving, and he was awful at it. Like one year, he just bought me stuff from an old Amazon list that I had created like years before. He got me a t-shirt, like a long sleeve t-shirt that said something about training for a marathon. I was like, babe, I'm not training for a marathon. I have not trained for a marathon in like a decade. What do you? And then like a few years ago, he got me, and he's going to hear this too. He listens to our podcast. He's like our biggest fan. And then one year he got me, I had mentioned to my parents that I wanted them to buy us. I wanted an ice machine, one of those really good ice machines.
Ooh, yeah, I love a good ice machine.
And I wanted a card table to like play games and stuff on. So that's what he got me. But he ordered it after Christmas and it was on our doorstep when we got back from Ohio. So it was like literally a last minute thought. Like, oh crap, I better order her something. I heard her mention a card table. I was like, if you buy me a card table for a gift again, we're done. So he's getting better and he actually asked me and I was like, I don't want anything because I don't know, like growing up, my parents didn't buy anything unless it was for a birthday. Like they saved money, they saved support. We buy crap all year long. Like I don't wait to buy anything. So I told him for my birthday, I need the house decluttered. The older I get, the more we've had this.
That's a big ask.
is a big ask. So he had me do, we call it a punch list. We used to do this when we were newly married, like what's on the punch list for the weekend. He had me brain dump a really big punch list. And then he was like, prioritize it. And I actually have, you can't see this big sticker on my door that says ye old punch list. And I said, if you could get my office so then I could actually go in there and work and record. And he did. I went to Mexico for my birthday with some girlfriends and
Nice.
he decluttered and organized my office. So
Oh, that's
big
awesome.
win, babe. I love you, babe. He's listening. I know it. He's like our biggest fan. So way to go and way to ask me what I wanted for
Way
my.
to ask.
I really,
So
I don't think gift giving's my love language anymore. I think I've changed. And maybe it's acts of service, but not all. I really just need the house decluttered and
mine is definitely I still like gift giving. Mine is words of affirmation. I love some good words of affirmation. But I will say this, Chris is, and he does not listen to our podcast because he does not want me sharing all this information, but I'm like, hey, but that's the podcast. But he does it on purpose. So his heart is in the right place
right.
with gift giving, but it's just like he talks himself out of it. So, for example, this one year, I had always wanted a St. Christopher medallion, like a necklace to wear. Not because my husband's name is Christopher. I'd wanted it since I had gone on a Europe trip, senior year of high school. I thought they were so pretty. He's the saint of good travels. I'm not Catholic, so it doesn't make any sense. I just really wanted one. And it didn't have to be solid gold or anything. That's just what I wanted. And I told him that this is what I wanted, and I was so excited to finally get it. I mean, here I am, we're meeting, I'm probably like 28, and this is 10 years I've wanted this necklace. And I'm so excited to get it. And I open this necklace, and it's a Susan G. Komen ribbon in diamonds. So, like, way nicer than what I wanted. But also, I don't have breast cancer. And in his defense, he was like, yeah, but you do the 3-day walk. I've done the breast cancer 3-day walk where you walk 60 miles in 3 days. I've done it twice. It's awesome. If you haven't done it, look it up in your area. It is such a fun experience. But he's like, because you do the walk. And I go, yeah, but if I wear this, people are going to think I have breast cancer. Not that I just support funding for breast cancer. So he just looked at it and I was like, I'm sorry, take it back. Go get my necklace. Yeah. He was like, but this is nicer than the one you wanted. I was like, I don't care.
Don't think.
Go get it.
Don't think.
And sure enough, he went and got it. And I adored that necklace for, I think, probably another 5 years. And then we lost it. We can't find it.
Well, I don't know what it is. Like, I have a girlfriend who one of her stories is she wanted this beautiful birthstone ring that is her birthstone, and she just like adored it. And when her husband said, what do you want for Mother's Day? She was like, this is what I want. And her kiddo was like 2, maybe 3. And she's like, this is it. This is the ring. That's what I want. Like, wrap it up. I'll open it. Yay.
And I'll be excited and I'll be happy.
Husband went to the jewelry store, saw the ring she wanted, for some reason decided he would let the 2-year-old pick out a ring instead. And that is what they bought. And she's like, I opened that and I'm like, no, that, like, why ask? Why ask?
Why ask? If you're just going to do it yourself.
Right. Why ask?
Don't bother. Don't ask me. If you want it to be a surprise, make it a surprise. But I do, and I do tell Chris this because I want him to know that I see his heart. And his heart is in the right place, that he's like, I want to do more for her. I want to do something better than what she thinks she wants. Right. But no, just get me what I want.
Yes. Well, listen, I'm sitting and we're recording in this lovely office. I cannot believe, though, it is the end of October.
It's gross. That's gross.
Oh my gosh. I feel like the year kind of like was chugging along and then bam, end of October in like 2 days.
I still feel like I'm relating to those memes out there that are like, if anyone says 2025 is going to be my year, just shut up. And it's the end of October. So
Well,
Halloween is coming up this
yes,
week.
yes.
We used to do when the kids were little, which I realize I still have a little, but we had some of my favorite family costumes.
You,
One year we were, when we just had Rue, we were Ferris Bueller,
that's my
and
favorite.
I was Sloan, Chris was Ferris, and Rue had like a little Red Wings jersey for Cameron. And then we have done uh, Game of Thrones. One of my favorite ones was the Christmas story that I was the mom and Chris is the dad, and we're in our pajamas. And then Rue was in the bunny costume, and Roger was just Randy with the like little jammies. That was a huge one. We had like the leg and the whole
Yeah.
thing. Do you do family costumes?
Oh my gosh. Well, first of all, I loved your Ferris Bueller family costume. We need to put it up on Instagram.
I
Let's
was so cute. I will put that one. It was one of my
let's do
favorites.
a carousel of all of our family costumes. Yes. So it's funny growing up, and even when Steve and I take that back. Growing up, wasn't really into Halloween, wasn't a big thing. I mean, like we went trick or treating and I had a costume. But then when Steve and I got married, we loved Halloween. We always did a couple's costume.
It's so fun.
It's so fun. Our most favorite costume that we have done several times because it always wins us an award when we go to a contest. We went to the House of Blues, like Steve has won. I go as like a mob guy, and I do like the beard and everything, and like I have a pinstripe black suit.
I have seen you in this
Yeah.
costume.
And
It's
I've got a
amazing.
Tommy gun, and my husband goes as the flapper, complete with the fishnet stockings. But what makes it so great is when he's in his blonde wig and his flapper dress, he keeps his full beard.
Yes. I love
That's
that. And
amazing.
yes,
So,
that would win some awards.
yes. So then when Adelaide was born, we always loved family costumes. We did the Flintstones one year. When she was into dragons, we did like the Game of Thrones. She was our little dragon rider. We
Yes.
did the whole um, dragons. And then we did PJ Masks one year when she was into PJ Masks. Like we love a family costume. But then she became a preteen.
Yeah, we don't do family costumes anymore.
I
Although, so
know.
this is another thing, funny thing about
Okay.
costumes. Chris gets so annoyed because before kids, we would do couples costumes.
Yep.
And because my sister-in-law and brother-in-law are super into Halloween and they always had a party. And Chris would get so mad because he's like, I don't understand. You are a beautiful person. Why do you want to dress so unattractive? And like, I consider Halloween is the time that I get to wear a wig. And like, one time I was like, ooh, let's go as the cast of Scrubs because we loved Scrubs. And I was like, oh, but it's a little cold. I'll wear a turtleneck under my under my scrubs. Chris is like, why? And we'd go to these parties and these chicks are all dressed like
Yeah, where's the
sexy
sexy
nurses.
babe? Yeah, sexy babe, sexy. Because you fall in, so especially when you're in your like 20s, maybe even early 30s, there's only two Halloween camps. You're either like you use it as an excuse to dress sexy,
Yeah.
or you're going all in with a theme.
I go all in with the
Oh
theme.
yeah, me too. Me too. Our
Like,
last family costume, we all did like a Star Wars thing, and we even walked around the neighborhood playing the Star Wars theme.
nice.
That was kind of my favorite. But then Adelaide decided she wanted to go, and she's a theater kid, so this tracks. She decided she wanted to go as a dead bride, like a zombie bride. And she wore that to school, and I'm pretty sure that's the year we got the warning that it can't be too scary because she had like blood coming out of her mouth and like she looked dead and pale, and we did the whole makeup. But the kicker is,
That's Daddy's princess right
oh yeah,
there.
but the kicker is her teacher told me, like, literally, she stayed in character all day. All day in
He
character.
stayed in character.
Oh, yeah.
That's what made it scary.
That's what made it scary. And then and it tracks though, because I remember during Spirit Week one year, she was in first grade and they had like tacky tourist day, and she dressed up as a tacky tourist. She had like the sunscreen on her nose, and she had like socks and sandals, and she had
Oh,
like
that's good. I like
she had a,
that.
she had a camera around her neck. But literally, her teacher told me she stayed in character all day to the point where, like, the character would be like, Adelaide, it's time to turn your paper in. She's like, do you know where the buffet is?
She's like, and I pay attention.
She's like, she would not get out of character. It's like, oh, that tracks. That's what I should have known back then. She'd be a theater kid.
Yeah, that's
But
that's where her passion is. She likes to
now,
stay in her character. I like
yeah,
it. I like it.
now she doesn't want to do a family costume. She does whatever like her and her friends do, or she does something super creepy. She really loves creepy. She doesn't like scary movies, but Halloween. In fact, I should put this in our Instagram stories. While I was in Mexico, and my husband decluttered my office, him and Adelaide also decorated for Halloween.
Oh, nice.
Did you see? Did I not text you what they did?
No.
Oh gosh. Well, let me just say, I had a driver pick me up from the airport and bring me home. We have a guy in our neighborhood. He's a sweet, older gentleman, and he drives. And so it's cheaper than Uber or parking at the airport.
Oh, that's cute.
After,
I love that.
I love it.
That's a great idea.
It's the first time he's brought me home though. And as we pulled into our driveway, he asked me if I believed in God and was a Christian when he saw these Halloween decorations. I literally was like, oh dear. Oh my goodness. I didn't know they were going to do that. So apparently there's a website where you can order these really cute garage door Halloween coverings. Okay.
Oh, I love those. I
Oh,
love
they
those.
got so many different themes.
They do them for Christmas too. They're super cute.
Oh, well, ours, the one my child, because Steve let Adelaide pick it out, the one my child chose, it has an evil clown crawling out of the bottom of the garage door.
Like Pennywise.
And yeah, Pennywise looks like Pennywise. It even has some blood on its like clothing and gloves, and it's like on its belly with its hand and its like snarling face, and the garage door looks like it's halfway up. So he's sneaking under the garage door. It even has like old tubs and boxes behind him, so it looks like your garage door's open. And then on the garage door, it's spray painted, I see you.
That's
It is,
awesome.
and it's giant. Our garage door is ginormous. It's a triple like it fits a boat and a car. It's a big garage. It's not a little garage door. And we have the shortest driveway in the cul-de-sac, so it's right there in your face. Um, and so this past weekend when we were out of town, I had neighbors texting me like all weekend as they would go walk around the neighborhood because it also lights up at nighttime.
Oh, that's nice.
But in fact, like I'm used to it now, but I didn't know they were doing it. I didn't know they'd bought it. So the first couple days I was like, oh yeah, that's still there. Oh my gosh, yeah, creepy clown. I mean, it is creepy AF.
Oh my
And
gosh. No,
I told,
Roger would love that.
oh,
Roger has not seen any scary movies.
yeah.
He has not seen them. He has researched them to no end because that's what my Raji does. He loves to research. And so he loves Pennywise. It's one of his favorite. And we even have like a little Pennywise doll. We have a Pennywise Lego figure. He's all about Pennywise. And somebody has Pennywise in our neighborhood coming out of like a box in their front yard. And Roger, I drove by and I was like, Raji, look. And he was like, oh my gosh, can I go touch it? And I was like, yeah, go touch it. And he walked up to it and he was like, no, I'm not going to touch it. And I was like, why aren't you? And this is during the day. I was like, why won't you touch it? And he goes, it looks like something that'll pop out at me. I don't want to get scared. It's like, I don't think it's going to pop out. It's going to stay still. But
Yeah. Well, one year we had a neighbor, we had just moved in the neighborhood. Someone had put just like the balloons, like the red balloons,
oh, yeah.
and by every sewer opening, there were just red balloons floating. Oh, that's good. That
So funny. I should do that.
That's good. I love Halloween. I love the creep factor. I know a lot of people are like, no, it invites the devil and all that. I'm like, no. I still love Jesus, but I love super creepy stuff. But I don't like to be scared. You will not
No.
catch me anywhere near a haunted house ever, ever. No.
No, never. I will never go to a haunted house. That scares the daylights out of me. In fact, this is still, I don't know if anyone is listening that I hung out with in college, but it is still one of my most embarrassing moments. I was dating this guy in college. We were freshmen. So, like, he was new to his fraternity. I was new to my sorority. We're dating. We're trying to, like, make a name for ourselves, kind of type thing. And his whole fraternity went to a haunted house. I got so scared in line, not even in the haunted house. We were in line, and there were like creepy people coming around. I go full on bawling. I am bawling. And he's like, what is happening? It got so bad. This is so embarrassing. My best friend was there. My best friend Sarah was there with her date, and they had to walk through the haunted house with me because I also didn't want to wait in the car because that was too scary too. Or maybe we took a bus. It was something absolutely ridiculous. We had to walk through the haunted house together, and somebody that worked at the haunted house was like, okay, someone's about to jump out. Okay, there they are. Okay, now this guy has a chainsaw. Don't worry, it's okay. It was mortifying. I don't know how he didn't break up with me like immediately. But ever
Oh,
since then, I was like, never
no,
again.
no.
No haunted
I,
houses.
I don't blame you. And my family knows. Like, don't even hide behind a door and try to scare me. I will throat punch you.
No.
Like it. It's not fun.
Do you
Zero.
know, have you ever seen there's this woman, I don't know her name, excuse me, but it was going around like crazy. It's probably gonna pop around again um now this week closer to Halloween. But it's just like a normal, like modestly dressed woman, and she's like, in our family, we're Christians. We don't celebrate Halloween, but we do like to go out trick or treating and dress up. And then someone's like, what do you think the rest of us are doing?
How you celebrate
All
Halloween.
we're doing, we're not worshiping anybody. We're good candy.
We like, after Adelaide goes and gets candy, we like to go, bite the heads off chickens and at the altar in our backyard. Like, what the heck?
Exactly. I mean, that's what everyone does, right? It's
Can we?
natural.
I do want to give a bronze medal mom tip to all of those young parents out there when it comes to Halloween. A couple tips, bronze medal mom style.
Okay, let's hear them. Let's hear them.
Do not commit to a costume too soon. That
No,
kid,
they'll change their minds like that.
100%, 100%. In fact, I had a mom on our neighborhood page, like end of September, early October, was selling a costume because her kid changed their mind, and I was like, "Do not sell that. You hold on to that. They're going to change it again."
Yeah, they're
Don't
going back.
sell, yeah, they're going back. Don't get rid of any costumes till November 1st.
It's not worth it. My favorite was Roger one year. God, what did he want to be? I want to say like a superhero or something like that. Um, but gosh, we had the whole costume. And no, it was Mario. It was Mario Brothers. He wanted to be a Mario brother. So we had the whole costume. I bought the costume, which usually I don't like to do. I like to be more creative with it. And all of a sudden, day of Halloween, he's like, yeah, I don't want to be Mario. And I go, well, what do you want? I was like, you better think of something fast because it's tonight.
Yeah.
You're just gonna walk around. I was like, I'm not letting you walk around in your clothes. You can be
Right.
a ghost if you want, put a sheet on you. But he goes, no, I want to be Michael Jackson. I was like, okay. And we whipped that out. We got like, he had a black sweat outfit thing
Yeah.
that I put like bedazzled over. I cricketed a Michael Jackson shirt. He had a hat. He did what he thought was the moonwalk all night, but was definitely not the moonwalk.
I love it. I love it.
Awesome.
That's
So yeah,
awesome.
you gotta be ready. You gotta be ready. That is a great tip. They will change their mind at the last minute.
Yes,
100%.
100%. 100%. My other tip, and some people disagree with me. I have several neighbors that we trick or treat with, and I know they disagree with me because I always feel bad for their kids.
What do you do?
Let your kids eat whatever they want that night. Let them eat all the candy. Let them.
I
Let
agree. Because guess what? If they throw up, then they're not going to do it again.
Exactly. And if you you can only have two, then guess what? The next day and the next day and the next day, like I just let Adelaide like eat whatever and she limits herself because it's not like off limits.
Right.
And literally by the next day, she's done with it. She didn't even want to take any to school the next day. Like she's done.
Yeah. My kids will, I'm a big advocate, like, eat what you want. It is nice too. This year, Halloween is on the weekend.
Yeah.
So that's, I always feel so bad. You know, I work at the front desk of the school. Kids look like crap
Oh,
coming in
oh,
after, like,
the
they have so
hangover.
much sugar in their system. They're
Sugar hangover.
exhausted.
Oh
Their
yeah.
skin looks like it's malnourished
Oh
from the
yeah.
one
Yeah.
night. I mean, it's just, it's awful for teachers. It's absolutely awful to try
Yeah.
and hold their attention after a night of candy. So I can't understand that if your particular child is like, oh my gosh, we have school tomorrow.
Oh
You
yeah.
can only eat this and you've got
And
to go to bed.
I'm
But it
not
is
letting
nice that
her
it's the weekend.
I'm not
Our
letting her
family has the issue because my husband is, I'm talking a lot about Chris this podcast. I should have him listen just to see what happens. Um, my husband has a sweet tooth and he loves a late night movie. Loves a late night movie. And so when the kids bring stuff home, he doesn't hide it. He's like, "Yeah, you better eat that now or I'm going to eat it. You better eat that now. I'm going to eat it." And he's like, "Oh, look at all this candy you brought me at night." And they're like, "No, Dad, don't eat it tonight." And so he'll like try to claim certain pieces of their candy and they're like, "No," and they'll hide it. So they don't go to eat it. They store it for later and try to hide it so Dad can't get it. That's basically theirs.
well, I love it. Sorry, my phone is like buzzing all of a sudden. It's
Oh, popular.
popular, but it's on silent so far. The other reason I recorded on the couch is that the dogs would always bark when I was in my office.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they like heard something outside, but if I was in the living room, they like stayed on the couch. But so far, so good. I think
I
they
was
want.
gonna say they seem happy. I see them in the picture.
Yeah. Okay. Well, fingers crossed. So, all right.
All right, one last thing I do want to talk about.
Okay.
I feel like we should talk about it. Have you listened to the new Taylor Swift album?
No, sorry.
Are you not a fan at all?
I mean, I like Taylor Swift. I'm not a Swiftie. I only knew a new album was coming out because I saw other people posting about it.
So I'm a fan.
Yep.
I did not go to her concert because
Are
I'm too
you a
cheap.
are you a Swiftie? Like you're a Swiftie. Is that
I don't know. Like I
okay?
have one of her t-shirts, but I bought it at a thrift store. I don't like, I will say this. I didn't like my schedule of my day didn't change the day she got engaged. Like some people I know, but they're like, "Oh my gosh, my whole day is now I'm just on the internet." And I'm like, nah, I mean, it's a nice picture. I'm
Okay.
happy for her. So I wouldn't call myself a Swiftie. I like her. I like her music. I like Rue and I can listen to it together.
Yeah. I
Um
like her music. I like her music.
I will say there are Rue and I we went to volunteer for a Susan G. Komen thing because it's October. And on the way to volunteering, we had to like drive like 20 minutes to volunteer. And I was like, well, hey, while we're driving, why don't we listen to the new Taylor Swift CD? And she was like, okay. So we listened to it and it's really good. I really like it. We gave it an A minus for
Yes.
cursing
Okay.
because there's some cursing, but also like I get very annoyed when the other parents are like, why is she cursing? Young girls are listening to this. But the thing is, she's not a young girl. And
Right.
that's what I tell Ruth. Like, she's a grown woman. If she wants to curse, she can curse. You're a child. You
Right.
can't curse.
Right.
That's how that works. Once you're a grown up, you can curse all you want. So I always kind of go on that. But then there is her one song, Wood, which is about her fiance's private parts. And it's very catchy, though. It's very catchy. It's very fun. It's got a great beat, all that stuff. But I cracked up because Rue and I are listening to this in the car. And it's like, it's all implied. It's not, well, it's not all implied, but it's not too bad. But we were listening to it. It was a cute, catchy, fun song. And then it's over. And I was like, that song was good. And Rue goes, that song was dirty. And I was like, you're right. That song was dirty.
All right, now I'm gonna have to listen to it. I'll have to ask Adelaide if she's listened to it. I mean, we spent the whole weekend. We drove to the beach and back, so we were like road tripping in the car. We listened to show tunes, musical tunes, musicals.
Oh,
Really,
I will say it's really good. We gave it an A minus
okay.
for
Cussing.
cursing and a dirty song, but a really catchy dirty song that it's like
Think of the stuff we grew up with though in the 80s and 90s.
exactly,
I mean, now when I
exactly.
listen to the stuff I listen to all the time, I'm like, whoa, that was like way dirtier, way. In
I
fact,
just saw a comedian actually. He did a whole thing. It's an older bit, but he did a whole thing about how I guess I don't know who votes or who does what, but they banned "Baby It's Cold Outside" from the Christmas stations
why?
because "Baby It's Cold Outside" it's it's like negative talk to a woman trying to convince a woman where she's saying no a million times and he's trying to convince her yes. And it gives a bad stereotype of how men can manipulate women. And
I've not heard this at all.
oh, it's insane. You should look this up. It's absolutely insane. It's not wrong in what the points they're making.
Right, right. Your points are valid, but like,
Your
come
points
on.
are valid.
We can
But then this comedian was saying, but the number one song on the radio right now is like expletives flying like crazy and talking about sexual positions and all these horrible things that it's like, you can't have both.
Well, listen,
Like,
I grew up and my mom listened to music all the time. Record player, like 45s. All my memories are like cleaning up after dinner and the music was blasting throughout the house.
I love that.
Oh yeah, she loved rock and roll. She loved like Prince and all kinds of classic rock. In fact, it still amazes me. Her and my dad will be in the car and a song will come on from like the 60s and my mom will be like, "What year?" And my dad's like, "1964." And I'm like, "How do you know what year these songs were released?" Now, in fairness, there probably weren't a billion songs released every year like with us. So there's
Right.
But anyway, I can remember she was a big Rod Stewart fan.
Okay.
When I got older, one of the best concerts we've been to was Rod Stewart. But growing up, I'm like 8 years old. I am like singing my heart out to Tonight's the Night. That song was banned in Europe because it's about seducing a virgin. He sings Spread Your Wings and Let Me Come Inside. And I remember just singing because I loved Rod Stewart too, but I'm 8. I had no clue what that was about.
Oh, no clue.
Zero clue. And maybe that's what my mom was just banking on, the fact that I had no idea what these songs are about. But
Well,
like,
I mean, I feel like we've brought this up before. The when you watch Grease as an adult and
oh,
you're like, good Lord, what was I singing? And my sister are like acting it out and doing all the songs.
it's a cute little dance vacation movie.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, I'm a very big, do I want Rue walking around the house singing knock on wood? No. No, I don't. However, I will say I was going on because we did our walking challenge this month and I was going on a walk and I didn't have my headphones and I was like I'm just going to play it on my phone and I was listening to Wood and I was like, you know what? I don't care who hears it. This is a catchy song. I like it.
Listen, okay, so that is one of my like, because I walk every single morning. That's like
Uh-huh.
my jam. It's actually more for my mental health, I realize, than anything else. But I walk early. I walk like 5:36. And so it's still dark out sometimes. So
How do you do that? How are you not scared? All your Pennywise stuff around the house.
well, I know, but I live in a neighborhood that has like street lights, so I walk the sidewalks. I don't walk,
Walk with your dogs?
I walk with my big dog. Yep.
Oh, well then there you go.
Yeah, and I carry, so that's one of my safety tips that I was going to say. I don't go around the lake because it's too dark, and that's where the murderers are. But
Naturally.
I carry a personal safety device in one pocket. I only walk in leggings or shorts that have side pockets. I
Okay.
have a personal safety device in one, and then my phone in the other, and I will never wear headphones. So
Right. You can't
when
wear
I
headphones. No.
never, so when I listen to my murder podcasts, it's blaring through my phone. And there have been a few times, every once in a while, I'll pass somebody also walking. I'm like, ooh, I should turn that down. Or like when I go past the bus stop and there's kids there, because literally kids are at the bus stop at freaking 6 a.m. Like, what is that?
Oh, that's brutal.
Isn't that brutal? But I'm like, oh, I should turn that down. I should turn that down.
Yeah. Yeah. I would definitely turn down Wood while I was walking past a child.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I love that Rue was like, that was catchy.
Yeah.
And then and she and I have our favorites, but I also have the most amazing daughter that when she listens to music and there is a curse word, even when she's alone, she'll turn it down. Because I'll hear it like in her room and she's like, oh, there's a curse word coming. And she'll turn it down and then turn it back up. That I'm like, oh, I love your sweetheart, your little innocent heart. But yeah, I think about the stuff we were singing. I was like, you know what? It's fine.
Yeah. Adelaide actually won't sing it. In fact, we were listening to Hamilton because I'm taking her to see Hamilton in New York next.
Oh, wow.
Um, And so, of course, we're back on a Hamilton kick, listen to the soundtrack, and there's some cuss words. She just won't say them, or she'll say like dang instead of dang,
Uh,
you know. But I've even told her I don't care if she cusses. We cuss. We have always cussed. We didn't really even reel it in when she was little. She was not a kid though that repeated stuff. Like one time she said shit show, but it was definitely we were in the middle of a shit show, so like I let it.
you're like, but it made sense, so it's okay.
Yeah, I'm one. I don't want her to take the Lord's name in vain. To me, or saying any like derogatory, like we don't say the R word for people who may have some disabilities.
Right.
I don't say any, and so in fact, one of her little friends got into a bad habit. I can't, apparently it's slang to be like, oh, that's so gay. I'm like, no, we do not say that in this house. I was like, I would rather you say the F word. Like, be
Right.
say like that's so fucking stupid. They were like, oh, what, Miss Amy? I'm like, yeah, nowhere in the Bible or anywhere else does it say you can't say that, and it's not derogatory towards any one group of
And it's
people.
not offending anybody.
It's not offending anybody. So I'd much rather you say that. Now, obviously, there's a time and a place. You don't want to be whipping that out in public because then there is like a stigma around it, and anyway. So that was our. But
I will. I have to share this. I'll have to tell my friend that I'm talking about her son, my godson. So this is years ago, but I was catching up with my friend about my sorry, that was my phone.
oh, I didn't even hear it.
Popular. So anyway, I was catching up with her about my godson, and I was like, how is he doing? Oh my gosh, he's getting so big. And he's, at the time, I think he was like 13. And she goes, oh, he's just so great. She's like, he is such a good kid. He's so nice. He's got a good heart. He plays sports. He makes all A's. He's doing all the things. Says the F word, but that's what we've allowed to slide. And I
Yeah.
go, what? And she goes, yeah, he just told me he really wants to say it. So we've just agreed as long as he keeps up his grades and is nice and kind, he can say the F word all he wants. And I was like, that's amazing parenting of just like, really? That's what you want? Okay. Everything else has to stand. Grades got to stay. She's like, if your grades fall or you're not kind to your sister, the F word goes away. And he's like, ah.
Well, I have a friend who on Fridays she lets her daughter say cuss words that are in songs. So she can sing the songs with the cuss words on Fridays. But then the daughter took that to me and I can cuss on Fridays.
Right. I was going to
Wait,
say,
no, that's not. Well,
that gives effing Friday a whole new.
yeah. Well, when I picked Adelaide up from school the other day, she gets in the car and she has this look on her face. I'm like, what's wrong? She goes, can I say the P word? And I'm going through the Rolodex, like P word, P word, P word, P word. I'm like, yeah, okay. She goes, I'm so pissed. I'm like, oh, okay. So tell me about school.
You'd be like, sweet, you thought that was a curse word. Yes.
That's right.
Which I will say, I'm the same, that we don't use Lord's name in vain, and we are big, oh my gosh.
Yes, same.
And I felt a total parent home run because Super Husband was letting me sleep in on Saturday morning, which really I sleep to like 8:30. It's not like it's not super late. But I was sleeping in, but I kind of love waking up to the sound of the kids, playing and talking, and they're always doing something because they're not allowed to be on their devices until like noon on Saturday, so they've got to do something creative in the morning. And I heard Raleigh say, "Oh my God." And Rue immediately corrected him. She goes, Raleigh, we do not say that in this house. We say, oh my gosh. And I was like, home run!
Parenting win. Oh, yeah.
Parenting! Woohoo!
Well, and when Adelaide was little, we would still cuss around her, but she didn't think anything of it. We drilled into her like we don't say stupid or shut up. So
Yeah, we don't
those
say
were
shut
her.
up.
Yeah, those were bad words. She'd be like, "Someone said a bad word today," and I was like, "Ooh, what was it?" Oh, in fact, I got to tell you this one story. We're getting off on a tangent, but I don't know if she's listening. Adelaide, before she started Montessori, she went to the Methodist church, and one of her teachers, Miss Crystal, we love her dearly. When I went to pick Adelaide up, Adelaide was probably like 18 months, right? Itty bitty.
Uh-huh.
And she came and got me. She's like, oh my goodness, Mrs. Welch, like, I have got to talk to you. I'm like, what? What's wrong? She's like, I am so sorry. She was like, Adelaide heard me say a bad word today and she repeated it. Like, oh my gosh, I'm so, like, she thought I was going to just get mad and go to the director and make a big stink about it. And I'm sitting here thinking, we cuss at home. Like, okay, she doesn't know this.
Right.
Okay. I'm like, okay, like, like, what happened? She's like, well, she's like, I thought all the students were like in reading circle, but turns out Adelaide was right behind me, and I was getting stuff out of a cabinet, and I dropped stuff, and I screamed, blood of Jesus. And Adelaide said, blood of Jesus. And I was like,
Might
okay.
be my new favorite curse word.
I was so like not prepared for that. I was waiting for her to say, she said like, fucking hell, shit, damn, something.
Right.
Blood of Jesus. I
This
was like,
fucking job.
okay.
Blood of Jesus.
I was like, it's fine. We're good. You're fine. Well, one time, since we're speaking about Jesus, I have a friend who, it was around the holidays, and his daughter was kind of acting up, and he was like, I'm gonna call Santa Claus, right? And so his daughter was acting up again, and he picked up the phone. He was like, do, 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 Santa. And then she looked at him, and she picked up her little toy phone, and she goes, I'm telling on you, Daddy. And she goes, do, 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 do. And he thought she was also going to call Santa. Nope, she trumped Santa. She goes, Jesus, Daddy, butthead. He was like, oh man, she trumped Santa, went straight to the big guy. Kids are so great.
Oh my gosh, I love that. I love that.
Oh my goodness. All right, coffee talk.
Whew, that was a good one. That was fun.
I like our coffee
Hope
talk.
you guys liked it.
I hope you guys do. I will say, Steve says they're his favorite episodes. Now, he could just be biased because he's my husband, but I feel like he would not listen to these on his own. I never asked him once to listen to a podcast. And I actually sent you a screenshot the other day of him listening to it.
I've heard some feedback for especially the coffee talk ones that some of my friends don't like them at first because they feel like we're just talking and they chime in and then get mad when we don't respond.
Well, that's a great idea. We should open up our coffee talks and have a couple of our listeners on with us once.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah, they're like, no, I feel like we're just sitting and talking and I love it. And then I chime in and I'm like, no, I want to talk.
Dang it. I love that, though. I love that. Well, if any of our listeners, though, have any topics they want us to cover, either on an episode or just in a coffee talk, let us know. Drop us a DM on Instagram. So.
That'd be great.
All right. Well.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye, friends.
Thanks for listening to our moms on Broadsmiddle Moms. Don't forget to subscribe, share with your friends, and leave us a review. We'd love to hear from you. See you soon.